Team, I think one of the things that we don't often realize enough of is the value and importance of our actions each and every single day. So many people in this world have an encounter and they will judge everything in the future based off of that one thing because it was personal. Take for instance, maybe it's a gun violence incident. Maybe a family member or friend was killed in a violent act. They can, from that moment, begin to judge and make decisions on things like gun control or violence and law enforcement and things of this nature, all based off of that one incident. Right, wrong, or indifferent, it's how people operate. How many people do you know who maybe in their first term of enlistment decide to get out of the military because of an encounter or an experience with what they perceive to be as poor leadership? That first unit, that first leader that they encounter in the regular army is going to help that person judge the military service for the rest of their career. What you do is iconic, right? I know you hear seniors say, you represent the United States. You represent the Army. You represent the service, your unit. And what you do either brings credit to that or it erodes credibility to it. And I believe, to be honest with you, I believe that it's true. And I think, again, that's one of the things that we don't do well enough is realize the impact of our decisions, of the things that we say, of our actions. It has a lasting imprint and impact on those who are in our charge. Man, if you're a first line supervisor, you are critically important in maintaining a positive direction for the future of our military, whether you know it or not. If you're a section sergeant, a squad leader, a platoon sergeant, a first sergeant, regardless of what your position or grade is, what you do is going to trickle down. And it's going to trickle down positively or it's going to trickle down negatively. I'm telling you, team, it matters. What you do each and every single day, it matters. The maintenance that you do, it matters. The inspections that you do, they matter. How you carry yourself, it stinking matters. And more often than not, the things that you are not doing matter. Right? If you don't do maintenance, it matters. If you don't check rooms, it matters. If you don't do uniform inspections, if you don't do squad drill, if you don't do rifle PT, if you don't do foot marches, if you don't do combatives, if you don't do quality intensive dadgum training, it matters. Your soldiers are judging the military based off of what you do, off of what I do. And they're going to make decisions that are going to impact their life, your unit, and the future of the military, all based on what you do right now. Too many times I think we get focused on big things, right? The stuff that's out of our control. We like to blame those who are up and out, when what really matters is the day-to-day win. Don't just let things slide to let things slide, thinking that it'll buff out in the end. Odds are it will buff out, right? In my line of work, I know that the mission is going to happen. It's just going to be how much of a pain in the ass it was to get there. But what we need to do is focus on the win that's at our footstep right now. What you do is important. And if you don't hear anybody tell you today, if you haven't heard anybody tell you up to today, I appreciate what you're doing out there. You got to keep grinding. You got to keep pushing forward. You got to maintain the standards. You got to get back into regulations and understand what we're trying to do, and then apply that to what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Don't be concerned about the judgment that may come, because you're going to be judged either way, right? If you do something, you're going to get judged. If you don't do something, you're going to get judged. So what you need to do is just straighten up that ramrod in your back and do the right thing. Say the right thing. If that means that you're out here and you're getting dirty, then get out here and get dirty. Put the cell phones down. Put the gaming systems away. Quit cupcaking and lollipopping. And start doing something that has meaning and value. Because it's out here in the field that teams grow. And if you can't get some land to come out into the field, find some free land. Do something. Your dudes are going to complain because they're getting dirty. They're getting sore. They're getting wet. It's all good. They're going to complain because they're going to look to their battle buddies to the left and to the right. And they're going to say, well, they're not doing it. Why are we doing it? Let them say it. From my experience, once you get past that and you find that win in there, then rather than judging you for pushing them a little bit harder, they're going to be judging these people out here for not doing it. Does that make sense? Now you're leaving some crumbs for somebody to have a positive understanding and perception of what the military is all about, of what you are all about. And that's really what it comes down to, man. What are you about? You got to figure that out, right? You have to figure that out. What are you about? And then you need to live it. And truth be told, you're living what you're about. It's just whether or not we're honest with ourselves. If I say in my head, well, I'm about doing the right thing, but on a day-to-day basis, I'm not doing the right thing, then was I really about the right thing at all? Take some time today, take some time this weekend, and figure out your why. And be determined to live that out on a day-to-day basis. Again, team, you're going to have points of friction no matter what course of action that you're going to take. But the risk is worth the reward. To live rightly, to do justly, and to walk humbly. Team, I appreciate all you guys, man. You stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.